What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with our SAO Rising Steel video, and once again, regretting going to sleep early, because obviously, and I knew there was a stream going, so quickly to explain, there was an SAO stream last night covering, everything SAO. It was like the normal Beaters Cafe type thing that they do, I think, like once a month, and I saw people tweeting about the list of stuff that was going to be shown, and I didn't see anyone say there was going to be anything Rising Steel, so I was like, you know what, I'll just go to sleep, there's probably not going to be anything. We did just get a Yuki banner, blah, 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 and then they dropped a bombshell of news for us, so we're going to go over everything, and obviously, as I'm sure you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, yes, we are getting a 7 banner, finally, our second game verse girl in the game. Rain dropped almost like 4 months ago, so maybe we could expect, maybe every 4 months we see a new, Gameverse girl. And it does seem like, to an extent, they might be going in order of, like, the girls of their actual release time. So maybe, like, well, kinda. I'm just saying, like, maybe we could see Philia and Straya coming up, after 7, but I guess we'll see. Anyways, let's go over everything. We have quite a bit to go through here. Obviously, the first one you don't really have to worry about. They just went over the Yuki that just dropped, which part of me regrets summoning for her now with all the stuff that we're getting. But, at the same time, this happens sometimes. So yeah, Yuki's in the game, obviously. People have summoned for her. All right, let's talk about this. Renaissance Diva 7. So 7 is finally coming into the game. And she is dropping on the 26th. That is this coming Friday. So she is the next banner we are going to see. So if you are interested in 7, obviously I would save for her. And this kind of already, even though they don't specifically state her element here, considering her charge skill is Skill Connect Earth Arrow, I think that pretty much tells us that the next couple of weeks we're going to be seeing Earth units. So 7, as well as the new LEAFA and SINON we're going to talk about in a minute, are probably all going to be Earth. Which is good and bad. It's good because it's one of the colors that... it's bad because it's one of the colors that already has 3 active link units. So if you do have Anniversary, Moon Cradle, Kirito, Asuna, and then you have Rain, these banners might not have as much value for you because you already have a lot of kind of strong units. We'll obviously go over her more in detail in game, but let's just take a quick look at what 7 is going to do. So her Incarnate skill is Beyond the Rainbow. Incarnate magic attack on single enemy, raises attack and magic attack of all allies by 10% for 3 turns. So she does buff allies, which is pretty cool there. And it seems like her assault skill also does the same thing there. Her charge skill, which we just talked about, magic attack strong on single enemy, reduces attack by 10% for 2 turns. It looks like they cut off the rest of the thing, but obviously this is probably going to say Incarnate Charge 20%. Energy Bolt, magic attack extra strong on single enemy, raises attack and magic attack of all allies by 15% for 2 turns, so you can, have that buff there. And then she's got Protect and Mind Field. Raises physical resistance and magic resistance of all allies, including reserve character. Oh, okay, so she's another one of those characters. Including reserve characters by 20% for 3 turns. Recollection Field, Earth +1. Interesting how it doesn't say, like, Enhanced Field. Because obviously this is an active, or a Recollection Field thing. Maybe it's just not shown here. Anyways, that's what we got for 7, so this will be... I'm very curious when they're going to add the next set of character quests into the game. Obviously, the quest I've been farming lately to get all my diamond cubes. There are a number of new characters now since they added those that have 4 stars now that you could obviously... Like Rain, pretty much everyone who's gotten a 4-star since Rain, like a new character... pretty much has the ability to get those quests, which really isn't that many, because right off the top of my head, I'm just thinking, like, Rain, Klein obviously getting the free one, and then 7 here are the only ones, like, off the top of my head that I can really think of. But I'm sure once there's a handful, maybe 5 or 6 new characters, To get those, they'll probably add more, which will be pretty nice. There's going to be some new Diamond Cube packs. There's going to be a Diamond Cube pack with this Rain Parkside Concert, which I guess this makes sense, because this seems to be obviously like a real-world version of her. Possibly, so maybe that's why they're not going to make her into a unit. But it's always just, like, especially with a character like Rain, who only has one unit so far, seeing them get a, just a, home screen character does kind of hurt a bit. And then, of course, there's going to be your usual character a choosable 4-star, pack. So this one's probably going to be, when it comes to 400, this is probably going to be $40 pack. This will be the weapon one, $20 pack. And then it looks like we get almighty moon crystal packs, which, unless you're a super whale, you probably still have a bunch of the regular moon packs still saved up to purchase. All right, let's talk about some of the improvements coming to the game. Illustration Exchange Point Part 1, date and illustration decided. All 9 illustrations coming soon. So you can kind of see them right here. These are going to be the first ones we get. All 9 illustrations coming soon. 125 illustrations with backgrounds and 25 without will be available in the exchange for Diamond Cubes, which I know a lot of people are upset with this. Because, you know, obviously you have to spend cubes, which you normally use for summoning, to get, you know, these backgrounds, which do buff your characters, but at the same time, they're just cool little artwork. So you've got this Gabriel one is really cool. This is obviously when he's in Gun Gale. You know, I really like this Tease one. She's holding the broken sword. We got Kirito and Roni right here. We got Liz. I think this is when she was giving her speech. So that's all pretty cool stuff right there. So I'll be interested to see how, you know, how much these actually cost. Does it actually even say? No, okay, this is different. Okay, so let's talk about this. The UI for the game is getting another overhaul, which I'm very happy about. This looks so clean. Like, it almost looks like a brand new game. You know, it's nice. They have evolution, event, and story all separated. So let's talk about this. Major overhaul to the event page. Previous events will return and become regular events. So I assume it's going to be like these ones, but even more. So if you are a person who hasn't played since day one, there might be some free-to-play characters you'll be able to farm up. They're just trying to make everything more user-friendly. Plus, events will now be linked to their star characters, and new progress-based rewards will be added. This is your chance to play events you've missed. So it seems like so right here, so new progress-based rewards will be added. So that'll be interesting. I guess that's what these are right here. So that might be some new stuff for all of us to get. So plus, events will now be linked to their star characters. So I assume if the story has to do, so like right here, this is Kirito. So all these have to do with characters that have interacted with Kirito, I guess. So I guess those are Kirito-based events. And then obviously like Yuki events would anything be that she's the star character, Asuna, etc., etc. So pretty cool stuff there. I love to see updates coming to the game. It looks like they're going to add some Unital Ring home backgrounds to the exchange point. Which is pretty nice. You know, you get these backgrounds from the actual light novels, so this is going to start, look out for those later, period, now through 4:30. So they say now, so does that mean it's actually already been added? I guess I haven't booted up the game today yet, so I guess I'll have to hop in and check. But that's pretty cool. Very, very nice. And then for the big thing we all want to talk about here, our second Unital Ring banner. Which obviously will probably be next week. I like how SINON, like, her gut, what, that she's got, like, a shotgun? So that's interesting. I doubt it's gonna be a new type of weapon, I want to say, because we have guns. Well, we have snipers, but this is a shotgun. I mean, wouldn't it just be weird if her animation had you shooting like, your normal attacks are gonna have you holding a sniper rifle, and then you shoot with a shotgun in the... maybe I'm overthinking it, but I'm hoping this doesn't mean there's going to be a new weapon type, because I obviously do want to pull this on, but I don't want to pull for a new shotgun. But luckily, I have 3 exchange swords sitting around, so even if the shotgun does end up being a new weapon type, which honestly, even if it does, they'd probably pull an ISCON and give us one for free, since you're almost never going to see a character with a shotgun get added. But if they didn't, I would still have enough to be able to exchange for it. But yeah, so Unital Ring, SINON, and LEAFA will be coming. We know they're obviously not dropping this week with the ranking event, because, you know, we just had a normal event this week, last week. So the next event should be a ranking event, which should be what drops with 7. And if 7 is going to be an Earth ranking, since she is an Earth unit, as we can pretty much tell, then these 2 are most likely going to be Earth units as well, which kind of makes me want to skip 7, because I'm definitely not going to skip limited time units. You know, the SINON and LEAFA I will definitely summon for until I get them both. If I pull like SINON by like step 5, it might be smarter me to wait for LEAFA's like rate up and then summon for that. But then at the same time, I could just, you know, I don't know, figure it out when the banner gets here. But I already have 3 active link units for Earth, you know, Kirito and Asuna for Moon Cradle, and then I have Rain. So then summoning for my Earth team would be solid if I had all 6 characters, but then at the same time, it's like all my other colors for the next like month or 2 are going to be screwed because I'll be out of cubes by then. So I may have to consider skipping 7, but knowing me, I probably won't. But that's cool. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of units are going to be, who they're going to link with. Since they are most likely going to be Earth, they're probably both just going to link with Kirito, would be my guess. 7 probably as well. So hopefully you all have that Earth Moon Cradle Kirito, since that's what's most likely going to be their linking partner. Okay, so it looks like there's some backgrounds. Moon Cradle arc designs released to lead up to the one. Here's the other thing too, man. We're leading up to the 1.5. We're leading up to the 1.5 year anniversary. So we've got all these hype banners. We got 7 coming out. We've got a limited banner with SINON and LEAFA, and so the anniversary was in November. So just put 6. So December, January, February, March, April, May. So in May. Mid-May should be the 1.5 year anniversary, so if they have another hype unit, that's when it's going to be. So you pretty much figure you're going to summon now for these limited time units, and then I'd recommend just try your absolute best to skip everything else until the 1.5 year anniversary. You know, because we'll probably get 1, 2, or 3 half, 1.5 anniversary banners. Which is what I'm going to try to do. I'll probably summon for 7. I'll summon for LEAFA and SINON. And then I will try my absolute best to not be tempted by any units that come out until like mid-May. Which is hard because obviously, you know, I'd say my colors that are lacking the most right now are probably Wind and... What would be the other color? Wind and Fire, I would say, are probably my most... They're not even that lacking. That's the thing. My wind is definitely lacking, even though I do have Aegis and Administrator, the new active link ones. But the rest of the team is kind of like, eh. And then when it comes to Fire, I feel like I'm solid, because I do have Integrity Knight Kirito and then Integrity Trainee Roni. And then the rest of my team is okay. You know, like, ISCON is still a very decent unit. You know, even a year later, I would still say the Fire, Roni and Tease from the Valentine's event are still pretty solid choices. So, I mean, for Fire and Wind, I could skip. I could bite the bullet and be like, okay, you know what? Next time they come around with Wind and Fire, I'll summon. But it'll still be tough. So, I think I'm like going back and forth about whether I'm going to want to summon on these banners or not. So these are probably backgrounds to be used in events. So you'll see the characters' faces and stuff, and then this will obviously be when they're in space on their little rocket ships and stuff. And then the last 2 things. First thing here, celebrating Japanese Livestream. A present of Diamond Cubes and free scout up to 110 times will be held. So when is this happening? To celebrate... Diamond Cubes are being given on the 22nd, so tomorrow at login. we will get those 25 diamond cubes. And then the free scout will be on the 31st. So not tomorrow, but next Monday. Oh, so it's going to be next weekend. Or, wait, from 3/31 to 4/1. Oh, okay, so you get one free scout on next Monday. Okay, that's fine. So there's that. So that's pretty cool there. Very, very cool that, we're seeing these characters being added already. I feel like they just came out. They didn't, obviously, but... And then we have our contest winner for the Tease design contest, which I really liked a lot of the designs. Like, they were all really, really good. But this is going to be our winner, designed by a Japanese player or fan. And a very, very... I like it. It's a very sophisticated design for her. I would like, for once... if they made her a summonable unit. Like, these designs always feel so wasted on these free-to-play units because you never use them. I mean, the free-to-play units really just end up being collectors, like, items. I'm obviously leveling up Klein, and I am going to use him, whether he's good or not, just because it's the only Klein we have in the game that's a 4-star. But it's still just like, I would love for, some of these units, it doesn't have to be all of them, but some of them to get summonable variants, because I think they'd be really fun to use, especially in these unique outfits. But besides that, I think that's everything. So very, very excited for both banners. I'm excited for Seven's banner dropping this Friday, so in like 5 days. And then we have SINON and LEAFA most likely next week, probably around the... So probably around the 2nd of April will be when they drop, would be my guess. Unless they're going to double up on us, because I guess they very well could, drop SINON and LEAFA like on Tuesday or Wednesday. I would say just keep a close eye on your game news every day. And obviously, if they shadow drop them on us, I will obviously cover it. But considering they kind of went in order here, and they actually gave us a date for 7, I would say SINON and LEAFA are most likely a week away. But we'll find out when it actually happens. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it. Let me know what you guys think down below. A lot of good stuff coming to the game between banners and, the UI update, plus bringing back old events for people to be able to, farm the old content. Plus, that'll be a ton more diamond cubes if you haven't been playing since day one, playing through those events. So that'll be good for everybody. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more to the channel. I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.